Outside Nigeria, Russian forces have launched a major drone and missile attack on Kyiv, killing 21 persons. Moscow says its forces hit what it called military plants in retaliation against attacks on Russian civilian infrastructure. 85 persons were injured, including 2 children. Although previous attacks have killed more people, this latest attack deployed the largest number of weapons on the capital and hit many locations. Ukraine has accused Moscow of targeting civilian areas, insists it would be wrong to equate the actions of the aggressor and a country defending itself. First analyst Kunle Falowo joins me on TVC News at 7 to talk about this. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what do you make of this launch of drone attack on Kyiv? 21 persons have been killed, and Ukraine is saying that their actions, that's the actions of Russia, can't be equated to the actions of Ukraine.
It's very unfortunate that we're seeing another spate of unnecessary killings and bombardments from both sides. Honestly, if you recall, quite for some time now, the Ukrainian side have been basically focusing on the powerhouse of the Russian side, which is their uh, petroleum and their refineries, and they've been really doing a great job at attacking all of those refineries. And unfortunately, well, or fortunately for them, the Russian side has been feeling the pinch of that attacks. And as a matter of fact, in Crimea, which was annexed by Russia in 2014, originally belonging to the Ukrainian side, they didn't have any choice than to declare a state of emergency, which has exacerbated the need to to compel or force the Russian side to organize or initiate a reprisal attack. Um, so as it were, it's a deeper escalation, and some other Western allies are saying that this is another spate or more intense attack compared to the previous attacks has been happening from the Russian side. This aggression was unprecedented. People died, and a lot of people are still hospitalized, and Vladimir Zelensky didn't have any other choice than to cut the trip short and to declare a state of emergency and a national mourning for tomorrow. So this is further escalation, and a call for caution on both sides is really necessary at this time.
Who should make that call for caution on both sides as it
Yeah.
is?
But
A huge number of children have been affected.
that is a great question.
Right.
Yes, calling for caution at this time, both sides, uh, would be something that has to be mutually agreed upon. I would say that Vladimir Zelensky, on his part, has reached out to Jared Kushner, who is one of the um, president's United States president's negotiator between Russia and Ukraine to see if they could revive the negotiations between both countries again. But with the current spate of um, activities or war between the Middle Eastern side, I mean, talking about Iran and Israel and United States, that has kind of diverted the attention of the United States government and their negotiation team to the Middle Eastern area, which has not, which by chance they've not been able to go back to the drawing table and to further pressure both sides to come back and continue on with the negotiations. However, the a little bit good news would be when the meeting happening in Turkey, the NATO meeting happening in Turkey. I think between the 7th and the 8th, we've been informed that Zelensky will be meeting on the sidelines with the United States President Trump, and that mission will be to kind of talk to him about restarting that negotiations again. Of
But
course,
but quickly,
this is
and
not
if
a
I have to cut into your line of thought, do you
yes.
think that Zelensky looks like someone who is willing to have a conversation, or is the Russian president ready to have a conversation with the kinds of escalation we have seen on both sides?
Right. Um, so both countries are really starting to feel the bite and the pinch, and the effect, overall economic effect, is devastating. The toll on the lives and properties of both countries is um, very bad, and it's not looking good for both countries. Russia is starting to apportion petrol. This has not happened before. Um, and I want to remind everybody that it's been 4 years already that this war has been ongoing, and the cumulative um, damage to lives, property, mines, and infrastructure, economy is unimaginable. So on both sides, they need to be more concerted efforts to have them come together and find a lasting solution to this crisis. It's not going to that on the side of the Russian, there would need to be some kind of intense negotiation and intentional effort to have them compulsorily come back to the drawing table to talk about their modalities and find a solution to this. Um,
Right.
One of the countries that would be able to do that successfully would be the United States, and other things would be the European allies need to always also um, contribute by enforcing and trying to support the United States to make sure that the Russian side come
All
to
right.
the conversation and negotiation table.
All right. We'll have to leave the conversation here now. But we must thank you, Kunle Falawo, Global Affairs Analyst, for your time on the news at 7.
Absolutely, it's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.